Welcome to the final cEDH crew battles. I am Josh, and I'm also here with my amazing Punt Pals co-host, Lauren. Say hi, Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
There we go. There he is. Now you know his voice. And we're here with the final battle for crew battles. It's for all the marbles. We're going to see if any of the teams, like the South or the East Coast, that have no points are going to get on the board. We're going to see if the Midwest can completely dream crush everybody. Or we're going to see if Zane can win a game and make this a tie, which would mean that we have to have a tiebreaker match between the West Coast and the Midwest. I don't know about you, Lauren, but personally, I got to root for Jorman.
No, I'm part of the Zrob robbers, the Zrobbers, West Coast all the way, baby. And also, shout out, this is the Punt Pals takeover of cEDH crew battles. Super stoked to be here. Thank you for having me, Josh. But no, I think, the Midwest, maybe not so mid this go around. And I think Bailey's proving that right now with a turn. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. Jorman misstepping the F out of that Mystic Remora. Um, but the Midwest consistently puts the mid into mid. I'm surprised they took that. They're on a 2-1 lead right now. The South's not doing anything. Jamaican dude repping the South. Love Ashani. I don't see him winning this game, especially not with this is an all Cabal pod, I believe. All four members are part of the notorious Cabal.
Yes, that
Um,
that sneaky cabal gang that I hear so much about. Wouldn't know anything
but
about that, but yeah, I
I'm full
actually
send
I kind of think
Zrobber.
Ashani has a good chance because I can see this game going long. I don't know. We have two turbo decks. We have Anala from Jorman, which I did not expect, but it's kind of hot, and Rogsai from Zane. But I feel like with the way, oh my god, Bailey had a Mystic Remora and an Esper Sentinel. That's egregious. I feel like the way that Bailey's built his Tindacrom to be a control deck, kind of he's got Blood Chief Ascension in there. I can definitely see him and Ashani gaining control of this game and making it go to that 80-minute mark where we're gonna have to cope about it being a draw again.
Yep. And Zane deploying his own Rog and Mystic Remora, I'm sure he loved seeing that first Remora get misstepped. I think you're right, though. I will say, if I'm in favor of the bottom half of this table winning the game. Reason being, we have a Paradise Mantle. Okay, a lot of mana development early on from Zane. The list that Shawnee's playing, Talion, is a list that Ashani, myself, Memo, and Snoosk I'll have on the beautiful, prestigious cEDH deck database. So I have a little bit of a soft spot for Talion, but I gotta root for the bottom half of the table right now.
Yeah, yeah. Shout outs to Lamora in chat pointing out that Zane always be having fish or Ristic Study. That's true. That's very true.
Yep.
It's a little irrelevant when there's a wheel being put on the stack out of Jorman here, though. So I think
This
that
is
the card finished. Nope. Oh, okay. I thought I thought he was going to counter it. He's just going to tutor. That's good. What do you think he's
feeding
getting
the
here? Do you
fish
think he's
more.
getting interaction? Do you think Ashani's tutoring for interaction with this wheel?
I don't know. I am hard pressed to believe it. Ashani has found a lot of success in his game tutoring for interaction. And I can see him wanting interaction or guaranteed piece of interaction in this pod. There's two draw engines on the field. Zane's probably going to pay for this fish when it wheels around to him. He's seen now three extra cards from it, so he's already 10% through his deck right now. Um, I love this wheel. If I'm Zane or if I'm Bailey, I think Jorman's telling the table he's out of gas and he's already needing to refill. Um, and I think the bottom half of the table again, the people I'm rooting for, Shawnee and Zane, they are gaining the most from having this wheel right now.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I would like going back to I think if normally I make fun of people for tutoring for interaction, but if I was a Shawnee, I'd be doing that. He's last in turn order and he's to make sure he untaps versus two turbo decks. But it looks like it's just a wheel
Yeah,
pass from Drummond here.
yeah, that sucks. You just time lock yourself to refresh your opponents. That does not feel great.
He did get a Mox Opal
Um,
down. That's not the worst.
got a dead Mox Opal, so I paid 0 mana to feed a potential Dockside, not knowing if I'm going to see an extra turn.
Yeah. The thing is, like, look at his graveyard right now. He's got mental misstep and then the wheel, and he played that misstep, so He mulliganed down pretty low and was relying on that wheel to keep himself in the game. So it's just the game he
That's
had to be
true.
playing.
Yep, no, I did not realize that. That is true. I did not notice how deep he mold. But yeah, no, you have a great point there. I'm assuming we're going to see a Timna possibly deployed here from Bailey in C2. But Bailey's username's throwing me up. The
Austin Koo.
Austin, Austin Koo. I keep thinking it's Austin or Crunch, Natural Crunch, just by the name, but it's Bailey.
Yeah. I'm also surprised that Jorman's on Anala, Captain Moral Support. Yeah, I mean, oh wow. I don't think Anala's a bad deck. I think Anala's gas as fuck, but I haven't seen Jorman play this deck in a long time, and I kind of forgot he had this deck in his pocket.
And the last time he played with it, he cooked with it, if I remember correctly. Like, he absolutely demolished the tournament he was in with Anala. Um, Looks like we have a Lotho deployed by Bailey and a Vamp tutor by Zane. So, I mean, I don't want to jump the gun too much, but knowing Zane's game, I don't know if he's fishing to see what interaction might exist, if there is any. He also could just be setting up a win attempt. I know Zane loves to jam these early wins.
He
He's a huge
does.
proponent of them make him have it. He is asking to see graveyards, so possible mental geez, not mental misstep,
Meme
possible
bet, meme
mnemonic
bet.
betrayal.
Yeah.
Yeah, meme bet,
I
mental meme
think
bet betrayal.
I honestly think we do see him jam here because look at Ashani's grave. He's got some of his free interaction already. He's got a vamp tutor. He's got enough stuff to protect him. There's another wheel in there, which is also pretty good into meme bet, especially when you're playing Rogsai, because you can use your own tutors, that vamp tutor in there. So there's like vamp tutor wheel. So you can set up a
Mm-hmm.
big graveyard tutor for breach. It's definitely a possibility. And the other nice thing about doing a wheel into the meme bet is if Shani does have sculpted interaction, it goes away if you can get the wheel to resolve or the wheel could bait it out. So
Yeah.
it could be a good move here. But honestly, I'm not sure if this is the window. Everyone's got 7 new cards. Bailey's got a bunch of draw engines. He played a Lotho and he left mana up. Ashani's definitely tutored for interaction. If Zane doesn't have the protection, I can see him just resolving a Ristic Study here as well.
Yep. And knowing Zane, Zane loves to play these mind games, these little intricate sort of table talk things to throw people off. So he very well could just ask what's in graveyards while tutoring, just to
Yeah.
make his opponents have to think and play a completely different card. That's definitely within Zane's wheelhouse to play like that.
Oh, 100%, 100%. Tad's suggesting that it's a tutor for Jessica's will. I can 100% see that. We saw that last time with Connor on Rog's side. He tutored for that Jessica's will and then ripped the W immediately off the top. So it's a play pattern that is really great, especially when Ashani's got 7 cards in hand.
I do like that. I do like that. Looks like we are paying for fish. Was that Vamp Tutor at upkeep? Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Paying for fish, we vamped at upkeep. I thought that was with the Lotho on the stack. But apparently not.
No. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got here. I'm not sure if this is going to be a win attempt. I think this is going to be some other shenanigans.
I sincerely no, I guess hit the Mox Diamond. Okay, Dark.
Necro?
Oh, a Necropotence. That's a
We
yeah.
gonna see we gonna see a
Zane.
necro? I don't know. It's a dark ritual right now, so could be. All right, here's a question for you, Lauren. Is Zane using the correct dark ritual art?
There's no such thing as go. You were right with the Necro.
Oh man, I
Uh,
love this so much. We love being a necro gamer. We're at 40 life. This is gonna be a value necro into a necro for the W. We're gonna see a low life necro, maybe for like 5 or 6, into just like the straight up W. Or he's got the nuts in hand. And he's gonna drop some rocks and try to go necro for like 31, born upon the wind.
yep. Well, with what mana though?
Well, if he got rocks in his hand, he hasn't made land drop
Oh,
yet
I
this
see.
turn
I
either.
see. I see. I see. Um, as stated in a previously controversial tweet that I've had before, there's no such thing as good Dark Ritual art. The only good Dark Ritual art I have ever seen in my life is from the Warhammer precons where it says praise Nurgle, and I only say that because I think it's funny. That's the only good art. Dark Ritual does not have good art. It's not a good card. You're 1 for 3ing yourself with card equity, other buzzwords that I'm going to add in right now. Just not a good card, especially if you're dark ridding into a Necropotence, which is kind of a do nothing card on its own. It's not really where you want to be.
All right, thank you, Lord, for that. We are seeing the value Necro into Necro for the W game plan from Zane, which I think is the correct move to go for here. Necro for a low life number 10 is a pretty solid one. There's no pressure on the board right now. There's like what 3 damage on Bailey's side. Just get yourself
Yeah.
another turn cycle, hold up some interaction, hope that Jorman can't just jam through it, and then resolve that Necro into Born Upon the Wind on your next turn when you have a sculpted hand.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. I think the way you can necropotence as effectively as possible, seeing what damage or possible damage is on the board. The maximum damage that I can feasibly think of is 7 if that Crom is deployed somehow with whatever ramp or mana rocks or what have you, Jude Lotus. So there are ways to get it out, and making smart decisions with the life total that you have. You don't want to go too deep because you do have a chance to whiff on your necro, so then you are at a low life total and really no way to protect your game plan. I think 10, as the board state stands right now, is a really good decision point. I feel like that's strong and will provide value for Zane in the long run.
I can't help but agree. I wonder what Ashani's got going on here. He could be absolutely screwed. He could have just like a force of will in his hand and then just nothing.
So here's my question for you.
Mhm.
And this is something that I have gone to war, absolute war, with almost every person I've ever cast with, because they always say he rips the Jewel Lotus, Castalion. Are you naming one or two right now?
Right now, I'm naming one because of the 2 turbo decks that seem to be the ones going off. If I felt like this was going to be a longer game, I'd be naming 2. But I think what's going to matter is the 1 mana spells that are going to be put on the stack when Zane's pressuring himself with his own Necro.
I generally, and in this case, I agree. I'm generally a fan of two. The caveat to that, and I agree. I'm sorry. I'm generally a fan of two. The reason I'm thinking one is exactly what you said. And the key decision point for me is seeing Andala and knowing how that deck operates, knowing the Spellseeker lines, knowing how common of a choice one is. If it was another TNK deck in seat one, or really any other deck sans Anala, I think I choose two. But in this case, I 100% agree with you. I think one is the answer.
I can't help but agree with myself.
Damn, you're agreeing with me.
Here we go. Still Zane's turn. We're still resolving this Necro. We're discarding Arid Mesa. Looks like a Chain of Vapor, Infernal Plunge. That's sad. Some more mana, Springleaf Drum, Grim Monolith in there, and an LED. Yeah, that's not very good with Lion's Eye Diamond. We're untapping to
LED
Ashani.
to
All right, Ashani,
exile.
let's see it. Jeweled Lotus, please.
Oh, I
Please,
hope he just
babe.
rips it.
Maybe he did tutor for
Ancient
Jeweled
Tomb
Lotus.
Lotus Petal. Oh,
Namo.
I like that. Okay. Grafdigger's
Age.
Cage. So
Sure.
okay, we're saying no to our breach lines now. That fucking sucks for Jorman. Okay, okay, we're fiercing that. Zane's not letting that one resolve. Probably a smart move. It's also an interesting decision point for Shawnee to see if he's going to protect it or not.
Oh, but it was bait.
Yeah,
He's got a fish now. Maybe this will be a grindy game. Draw engines, Lotho treasures, and all sides.
I really have to applaud that decision making from Ashani. That sequencing. At worst case, you land a Grafdigger's Cage. Best case, I think, in his position, trying to resolve a Mystic Remora, you get a Grafdigger's Cage and a Mystic Remora, or he got a Mystic Remora and a free counter spell. I think that was excellent work by Ashani.
Oh, yep, it's Grixis grind set. There's the Ristic Study.
Oh God.
I'm happy to see this if I'm Jamaican, dude.
Hey everyone, welcome to Mid Range Hell. I'm
What?
Lauren. This is Josh.
This sucks for Zane though. He doesn't want to be in mid range hell. He wants to be in Necroland, Necrotown.
We have a console on the stack from Bailey.
Oh my God, Bailey, let's go.
Oh boy,
Bailey
let's
doesn't want to be in
go.
mid range hell either. He wants to win the game. All right, what is this console for?
We didn't hit it in the top six. Otherwise, I think we'd see a little bit more hand gesturing. Dockside's gone. That
Cosmic Rift
sucks. No
Oracle,
Final Fortune. Did
Breach
he
console
mull
for
it all?
Breach. This has got to be a
Conflicting
win
for
attempt.
Bruce.
Zane's guardianship is gone. We haven't seen any interaction out of Bailey either. He could have some. Oh no! Oh yeah, this is it. This is a
Oh,
win attempt. We consulted for Grand Abolisher. Oh
wait,
baby,
hold
we're gonna
on.
see
What
the
if it's
Midwest try to go 3 wins in a 4-round crew battle. That's ambitious, Bailey. I want to see it.
it's a value? It's a value Grand Abolisher.
Yeehaw!
Oh, I'm gonna be so distraught
We got
if
Arid
the
Mesa.
damn Midwest.
There it is. The Abolisher goes down. We have a Force of Will. Force of
Wow,
Will's anybody?
I don't think they have it.
I don't think so either.
I I think this is sticking, and I think
It did.
Homeboy
It
just
did
won the
stick.
game.
Which
Oh,
having
paying for
red or
Ristic
black
Study.
mana?
Paying for Ristic Study. Paying
Oh,
for
paying
Ristic
for
Study.
Ristic.
Let me see.
Okay.
Wow, we're cooked. This is so good.
The only thing is he might not have a land for this Arid Mesa to hit if this is Thoracle Tainted Pact. Oh no, he'll get another treasure from Lotho when he casts the Thoracle.
Uh huh.
Oh,
Oh no, sorry. Tainted Pact is exiled. That was in the demonic
oh,
consultation.
that wasn't the console pot. So it's a breach. Must be a
Will
breach.
have to be breach,
Yeah.
or it's just a value Grand Abolisher.
No way. All right, we're discussing here. The table is talking. What do you think, chat? Do you think this is a W, or do you think this is a value abolisher? He might have gone too deep in that consult there.
Oh, Simeon Spear Guide pitching. What are we doing? What card is that?
Red Elemental Blast, perhaps?
On what?
It's hard to see with
Oh, maybe
Zane's.
just to cast a spell,
Just
or
yeah, just to
maybe just
cast a
a
spell.
trigger.
And we're seeing a mystical tutor in response. Oh, the table is colluding.
Interesting. I'm what if you're Zane, are you I think that is the anime Pyroblast. Are you hitting Ristic? I think you're hitting the Remora, right?
Probably. Um, I don't know actually. There's a couple angles to be played here. You could hit the Ristic Study because Jorman's gonna draw more cards from it, but you can also hit the
Yeah.
Remora because Ashani's got more interaction that's probably online.
Well, yeah, it's a spell table game, so it's always going to be online.
You got me
But
there.
did Bailey miss his Esper Sentinel triggers
No, he drew.
from both?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good. I don't have to be sassy. Zane's also going to draw in whatever ensuing counter was about to happen.
We're gonna see a Mystic Remora fetching a Force of Will here. There's no way.
It has to be. You get it out of your deck for a Nas down the line. I don't know if you played that out, but I think it's worth considering.
This is risky business with Zane going right after him. Zane, the only player that can threaten the Midwest's lock on the crew battle's victory, and you're pushing interaction out of Jorman this way with Zane coming next. If this fails, oh, it's Pact Negation. Golly. If this fails, it's going to be bad.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. You have to play your outs and you have to fight the devil you know versus the devil you don't know, right?
True.
So
It is
I
very
think
hard to beat a big Necro. Going for the win might be the best way to stop Zane, but if this
yeah.
fails, it's going to be bad for our heroes. And by our heroes, I mean Jorman.
I'm pulling for Zane, but Bailey's giving everyone a run for their money right now.
Truly. Midwest showing up the big guns for crew battles. They've been dominating nearly every game.
Here's the thing with the Midwest. You have nothing to do. You're out there, there's high school football, Friday night lights, and they have corn. And when your whole life is high school football and corn, you need hobbies. So you're going to devote yourself to cEDH much more than other, regions. East Coast has wonderful museums, has other shit to do. West Coast, we're too busy with the devil's lettuce. The South, not really relevant to me. You're kind of the anchor of the country, bringing us all down. So Midwest, I can understand why they have a high concentration of quality cEDH players and have really shown their stuff. You have nothing else to do. You're bored. You're on spell table. You're brewing all day because the fucking corn is in your brain.
Yeah. Oh, we're seeing a red elemental blast going on the Pact of Negation. So we fetched a plateau with the Arid Mesa, and we're red elemental blasting. Still got 4 mana from Lotho left over. Jorman cast his second spell as well, so now the Lotho trigger
You're
for
gonna
that is
start making
resolving.
more treasure. Yeah. There's no way Ashani doesn't have anything. Knowing Ashani, he's a very patient player,
He
and
is.
he really, and I mean this as a compliment to Ashani's play style.
He's
He's a
got
very
something.
parasitic player. He
Yes.
knows how to suck the resources out of his opponents in such an efficient way.
I think you're right. I think your read's correct. He's got something. It might not be something that's helpful here, but he's definitely got something. He's passing priority on this, it looks like. Grand
Oh
Abolisher's resolving.
no! Oh no! Wow. I will say too, this could be a mnemonic betrayal from Bailey. I know Zane did discard a was Zane paying 30
Oh my god.
to stop. Wow. I
Holy
bet it's a
crap.
meme bet then. Wow. Okay.
Oh my
Wait.
god. Zane griefing himself out of the game so that Bailey can't get his cards from the me bet. That's so funny. That's crew battles, baby. That's totally allowed. We're seeing a
That's
Lotus
West
Petal here.
Coast.
You can't let the Midwest have 3. That's embarrassing. You can't let that happen.
And I think the
Zane's just playing
reason
to his outs.
you do that is that what the hell is that? Is that dark grit? I think
Well,
it's a dark grit. Yeah.
it's cause Zane's team has a point, right? And Bailey's team has 3 points. Or 2 points. He doesn't want Bailey's team to get 3 points. So he's gonna take himself
I
out.
well Bailey will still get 3 points.
Hopefully not. Oh my
Oh,
god. Yep.
Angels
There's a
Grace
Nas
action.
with an Angel's Grades. Bailey's definitely getting 3 points. So he's gonna get his entire deck here. He's gonna pick it all up. Gonna play the Thoracle that he mulliganed to the bottom. Holy crap, Bailey. Oh,
Nice.
he didn't
And
mulligan
we
it to
were
the
both
bottom.
wrong.
Yeah, they're just. I forgot he shuffled.
Ashani
It
had
was just
nothing.
coincidentally on the bottom. Holy crap, Bailey. That's disgusting. Well done. Well done. Another fast crew battle. What is that, like a 20-minute game? We absolutely love to
Wow.
see it. The Midwest cleaning up 3-0. If you ever wondered what the best region in the United States for cEDH is, it's not even close. It's the Midwest, baby. 3-0. Well executed from everybody. Well done to all of our other players, too. Thank you all so much for donating your time and coming on and playing. Thank you all, everybody, for watching. We're going to drag Bailey in here and give him an interview, and we'll commence with that. Lauren, you want to ask him if he's ready?
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Heck yeah. While we're waiting for that, I want to thank our sponsor, Original Print Proxies. I'm going to throw the QR code for that up on the screen. It's really, really awesome that we are sponsored by them. We love Original Print Proxies. They make really, really amazing tokens for webcam play. They're super, super easy to see. They have my favorite past priority token, which I love. It's really, really nice. And
Oh, there we go.
it makes it really easy to see online whenever you're passing priority. They also have like Orcish Bowmaster tokens. They have Gilded Drake. They have Wishclaw Talisman. All the tokens that you'd possibly need for online play. You can use promo code ELDER or promo code PUNTS to get 25% off an order of $25 or more. So that's promo codes ELDER and PUNTS. I'm going to throw the link in chat right now. And also, if you're going to be at Punt City, Ryan will be there as well, doing a booth, making and selling tokens and proxies. So you can meet him there if you're going to be there. And you can also see me and Lauren and Bailey. Are you going to be there too?
I am.
And Bailey as well. Congratulations, by the way, Bailey, for winning the game. That was insane.
That was it was wild. Zane, I had the mnemonic betrayal. Zane.
Hey, hold on. We have to show you a little bit. Bailey is of the top deckers. Bailey, introduce yourself. You just put on a clinic on how to play your TNK kind of control build. Introduce yourself, let the people get to know who you are. Let's delve into this game. But first, you got to hype yourself up a little bit. Let's hear who you are.
Okay. Yeah. My name's Bailey. I run a YouTube channel called The Top Deckers. We post gameplay content. More recently, we've been focused on running large-scale events in the Southern Ohio, Cincinnati, Kentucky area. This past weekend, we ran a 95-person cEDH event.
Good shit.
So that was huge. We want to run a lot more in the future that are even larger. I'll be at Punt City this weekend with me and the boys, and I play Anala a lot. Jorman saw that I was on TK, and they were on TK before. Like, Bailey's not in Anala. We got to rep Anala tonight. So respect to that as well. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. I appreciate being included in this, and that was a crazy game.
Yeah, what were your game plan going into that? Were you trying to play like more of a control matchup and try to play for the long game, or are you just like, nah, heck it, there's 2 turbo decks, I'm also gonna go for it?
So I looked at my first 7, and it was turn 1 Esper Sentinel and Remora. So I think it kind of locked me into that position. Just sit back and draw cards because I know that Zane and Jorman will definitely feed me, quite a bit. So yeah, I was kind of locked into that in that control position, until that wheel happened. That wheel happened, and my hand was really really good. I sat there with Demonic Betrayal, and of course Zane discarded the Thassa's Oracle Consult off the wheel. So I was just kind of waiting on my moment to pop off. There was a fish there, though, and I knew people just drew fresh 7s, so I kind of waited to go for it there, and eventually had that Consult for the Grand Abolisher on the instep.
Right.
Knowing that was kind of the card that kind of broke parity on like all these draw effects. So that was like my one way of winning that game. So yeah, I was the control deck until I wasn't.
I absolutely love that.